Here is a little bit of a side topic just to kind of mix it up a bit because just as a warning, the rest of the episode is all Blender stuff. It just really bothered me that I couldn't find a solution for the problem that I ran into during the week, so I just sat down and figured that out. But here's a little something to just kind of mix it up a bit. Oh, I thought they said they ripped it out. Okay, so this is the little pipe thing that we were trying to take out, and it's yeah, it's not really in there. um but so they've identified the problem, and they can't really do much with the tools that they had this was it this morning? And so the solution is they're going to go and get stuff and they're going to finish it on Monday. But I guess that's the best scenario, is that we know what the problem is and we know what the solution is. So, and I just wanted to include that because it's an ongoing thing. Yay. Okay, so I found a solution, and if by now you haven't read what's up there, it's not a good solution. There's no way that this is correct, or that this is the solution. So basically, I decided to import another version of the turn. So instead of doing the left turn, doing a right turn, just to see if it's either how I imported it or if it's the way that the animation was saved. And I mean, so it works. Right? So we've got transitions from one to the other, and they're all sort of there. There's no blending. But that's just because I got this far and I was just like overwhelmed that A, hey look, I put them all together, and B, that the solution that I came up with was the one. If I select my main actor and I go to right turn, well, I mean, I fixed it. Okay, pause. I'm going to start over again and re-import it and try to recreate the problem so I can then show the solution that I came up with. It's weird though. It should. Okay, so now we have the opposite. I've recreated it slightly, but now we've got the opposite problem. So before, when I did this, this guy was at 90-degree angle, and this guy was facing, was walking along the y-axis, this green line here. But now somehow I've flipped it, so now that the reference armature is 90 degrees and the original, or the actor, is correct. How do I do this? But so the problem's the same, but obviously, but this is the only difference, is that now the problems have traded places. So what I ended up doing was just moving this guy. It's kind of in line with this. This might actually be easier. So the reason why it was so difficult the first time I went through this was because the reference armature was facing the correct way and this wasn't. I had to kind of overshoot it a little bit. So like, let's say I'm going to use this armature real quick. So if I had to try to line it up with the reference armature, I had to like overshoot it a little bit so that when I turn this off, I'm just going to reset that. So that when I turned this off, it corrected itself, and then I could play the animation and it would be fine. So now we've got... So there you go. Um, it's not exactly the same problem, but that's the problem and the solution that I had to come up with. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I fumbled around with it and I got a relative working result. So it was messy, it was incorrect, but we got there. um, Even though the animation section is supposed to end on Friday and then pick up again on Monday, this problem was just bugging me so much that I just wanted to sit down and just be like, okay, so what's the problem and what's the solution? I've identified the problem somewhat. I know what the problem looks like anyway. I don't know what's causing the problem, but I have a very, very messy solution for it. So there you go. I wasn't planning on doing another Blender thing for the Saturday, but here we are.